what are the solutions to the equation? They give you a quadratic equation because we have x squared, and they want you to find the solutions. Now remember, quadratic equations we can graph them by factoring, by completing the square, or using the quadratic formula. In this case, because your answers look a little complex, they have a square root, they have fractions, we probably need to be able to use the quadratic formula. If you try to factor it, you won't be able to factor it. And if you try to complete the square, because of the 4, it makes it a little bit more challenging. If you didn't have the 4, then we can complete the square. But in this case, we're going to use the quadratic formula. We have x equals opposite b plus or minus square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. And remember, my discriminant, I'm not going to do it on the side. B squared minus 4ac. So let's go through the process. X equals opposite b, opposite b, opposite b. That's the negative 4, we can say positive 4. All over 2a. A is 4. Now let me go and calculate my discriminant, and I'm just going to plug it in. B squared, so BB is negative 4 minus 4a, which is 4, and c will be 4. So it's a, b. I'm going to go and simplify. Negative 4 squared is 16. Multiply that out. That gives you negative 16 multiplied by 4. I'm going to go and multiply those two out. It gives me 16 minus 16 times 4 gives me 64. So let me go and subtract. 64 minus 16. Remember that you need to place your bigger number first and then your smaller number on the bottom. Borrow 1 gives me 14 minus 6 gives me 8. 5 minus 1 gives me 4. So it gives me 48. And keep the sign on the bigger number, so it'll be negative 48. Now, notice that I'm going to end up with a positive number here. So I know that my answer cannot be C or D, because those two are negative. And I also notice that I have a negative inside the square root, so that's going to create the I. So your answer is A. But to be able to simplify it, I'm going to go and take the factor tree, so it'll be 8 times 6, that gives me 4 and 2. The 4 is 2 and 2. The 6 will be 3 and 2. So therefore I have, is the square root, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4 2's, and a 3. I'm going to take out my twins. They come out as 1. Another one. And inside we have a square root of 3. So remember, whenever you take out 2, they come out as 1. Because 2 times 2 is 4, and the square root of 4 is 2. Same thing with this. 2 times 2 is 4, and the square root of 4 is 2. That gives me 4 square root of 3. Remember, another way to do this is the square root of 16 times the square root of 3. So it gives you 4 square root of 3. And because it's negative, let's not forget your I. So we have x is equal to 4 plus or minus 4i square root of 3, and we're going to separate our fraction, and each of them gets an 8. And from there you just divide by simply reduce your fraction, so you get your 1/2. Reduce your fraction, so you get 1/2 as well.